We're going to take you live now to Brisbane, where Shadow Climate Change and Energy Minister Ted O'Brien is speaking about the expected jump in power prices from July.
In the market. Now, when the government did intervene before Christmas, it did send a promise to Australian households that relief would start flowing in April this year. That was their promise. It is yet another broken promise because relief to households will not be flowing from the governments in April this year.
But do you accept that without those caps, the prices would have risen higher by now?
Well, look, if you go by Treasury's own modelling, just ahead of the budget and as part of last year's budget, the main thing that had changed from the coalition was prices were skyrocketing and they were going to go even higher. What I find extraordinary about Labor's argument today is that they've been doing a good job because the mess they've created could be even more messy. That's the crux of their argument. Today is not a day to be patting yourself on the back as a government when you're looking at the Australian people conceding that under your watch, power prices are going to go up yet another 20% at least. For those in Victoria, it'll be over 30% in winter. And so the government can crow all it likes, but the reality is it promised the Australian people a reduction in power prices of $275. Instead, Australians have been paying hundreds of dollars more than that, and they'll be paying hundreds even more come winter this year. So the government needs to be held to account on its promises. Promise number one, $275 reduction in power prices, broken. Promise number two, relief flowing in April 2023, broken.
What action would you like to see taken in the May budget to ease household power bills?
Well, the government has already flagged that it wants to provide relief for households, and when they started talking about that at the end of last year, the coalition was backing that component of its proposal. There are structural issues here, and the structural issues come down to lack of supply. Danger when it comes to reliability, a premature closure of power stations. These are the big issues that will determine whether or not Australia remains a prosperous country or a poor, weak country. Now, Labor is taking us down the path of becoming a poor, weak country, and that is because it has lost control of the energy market. The more it intervenes and distorts the market, the more it sends the wrong signals to the private sector. As a result, we've seen that premature announcements of power stations. We're seeing far greater wobbling in the grid. The market operator has made unprecedented interventions just over the last 9-10 months because of Labor's policies. They need to change tack entirely if Australia is to have an affordable, reliable grid moving forward.
So you suggested
OK, that is where we leave Ted O'Brien speaking about the expected jump in power prices from July that was announced earlier this morning.